Paul goes on to praise God's wisdom and God's knowledge in declaring to us that God does not need any advice. He asked the question, who became God's counselor? Where does God go to when he runs out of ideas? Where does God go to find relief when the pressure of running this entire universe begins to bear down on him and God feels stressed out? Whose couch does God lay on? And of course, the answer is God has no counselors. God has no advisors. God doesn't need any. He is self-sufficient. And by the resource of his own wisdom and of his own knowledge, God always gets the outcomes that he has in mind. He has no need of outside help. Paul goes on, verse 35, to ask the question, who has first given to God that it would be paid back to him? Who does God borrow from? And we know the answer that God doesn't borrow from anyone. God doesn't look to us. God doesn't look to anyone outside of himself to accomplish his purposes for the world and in the world.